It's the first of the final 3 rounds in the first season of the Alpha Touring Challenge. We're here in sunny Australia for a race at Oran Park, a track that unfortunately no longer exists in real life, but the Alpha Touring Challenge has visited it regardless, and it is Logan McKenzie on pole for this one with Otzel, the Slug, Yao, and Cox behind. Then you have Gergo Toth, Josh Thomas, John Lazon, Jonathan Strahl, and August Blondal rounding out a 10-car field. Without Francois Schink here, his closest championship rival, this is a chance for Logan McKenzie to do a lot of damage. They are green here at Oran Park, and the Slug is right on McKenzie. He gets right in there, in the nose, on the left side. He forces McKenzie to the right. There's a little bit of a shot from someone behind. Slug backs out. That was a lot of action in a very short amount of time. Otzel going wide. He may have gotten a little shove. And now he's alongside. That is Sam Yao. And behind, Wiley Cox and Josh Thomas battle with Cox coming out ahead. Strahl, Blondal, and Lazon out on the first lap, or did not grid. So we'll have a 7-car race going forward from here at Oran Park. Otzel's going to lead this trailing group while the 2 leaders, McKenzie and the Slug, start to check out a bit. Otzel a bit out of sorts. I saw him get into the grass. Now he's missed that apex. Yao's all over him. He's able to gather it up and hold the position, and Yao actually a little slow off the corner. That's going to open him up to Wiley Cox. And the 42 is going to blast down the straightaway and blast right by the 55 and into the first corner. Josh Thomas is going to try and get involved as well. A little touch to the back of Yao. They both get out of that one unscathed. But that gap just closed up for Thomas, and he had to get out of there. Thomas trailing Yao and just ahead of Gergo Toth. Oh, and I think Yao has missed the corner, and he has a bit of contact from Thomas as he fails to adjust. And now they're going to go too wide through there. No, Yao has to back out. It's a very fast chicane that you don't want to be going too wide with someone through. So they come to the end of lap 2, and Yao's going to try and come back at him. There's still about 57 minutes of racing to go, guys, but not exactly a calm bunch at the moment. Thomas cuts over the apex at turn 1, and he will hold the position if he can stay on track. That looked a bit wide. Will Yao be able to pounce? Oh, he does. Up the inside. But not enough momentum to do anything with it. It leaves the door open, but you really can't pass anybody in this part of the track. It's being overly cautious. Up front, McKenzie has not lost the Slug just yet, though the gap is tenuous, about half a second. The Slug hasn't gotten any closer than that, really. So far, you know, it's probably just a fuel-saving tactic, because this is a long race, and the easiest way to pass somebody is going to be a good fuel saving. You see McKenzie trying to break the toe there. So they enter the 4th minute of racing. McKenzie leads, Slug second, and Otzel on the podium as he pulls away from, Wiley Cox into the gravel on the outside of turn 2, and that will demote him to the back of the field. Josh Thomas into 4th. Gergo Toth running alone here, and into turn 1. He's going to go wide, and that's going to put him all the way out on the exit of turn 2, hard into the wall. And he'll rejoin with some rear end damage. Here comes Sam Yao. And Yao going alongside him to the left and into turn 3. Is that car even going to work at this point? It's kind of working. He's going to have to yield that position. Yao going a bit wide. Oh, and now they're going to come together. And they both go into the wall hard, head first. And that ends Yao's day. Toth is going to pull around and choose to drive instead of towing for the fast repair. But that thing is even more broken now. That was an unfortunate incident. We're only 12 minutes into this race and we've lost, oh, he's got a cone. We've lost half the field essentially. And he's still got the cone. We're gonna follow him until he loses the cone. Oh, I think he's gonna lose it there, and he does. So McKenzie continues to lead this race, beginning to extend his gap over the Slug. There comes the Slug, 1.7 seconds behind McKenzie right now. And then you have Joseph Otzel, the third place runner, who is a good 11 seconds behind, entering, oh no, he's entering the gravel and entering the tire barrier with the entire front end of that car. And he immediately actually gets turned around quite quickly, but I don't think that car is going to drive. Yep, he's having to, that's not going to work out. And he'll have to tow, so that benefits Josh Thomas, who jumps into third place. Oh, and now he drifts off track. Oh, and he gets into a spin. What is going on there? And now into the gravel. And Wiley Cox lurks in the background. Oh, and that was a huge mistake from Thomas, just as he had inherited a podium position. And there's a lot of attrition in this race. Now Cox is well within striking distance. 24 minutes in, 36 minutes to go. Logan McKenzie on pit road now. The Slug has already come down pit lane. So we are just waiting to see what the gap is. And McKenzie is going to be released. And the Slug not even on the screen yet. As we see McKenzie go down the track, there is the Slug. So the gap has widened since the pit stop. 9 seconds. No, excuse me. I'm reading the wrong interval there. 6.7 seconds. That's still a pretty big widening. And McKenzie now has reaffirmed his lead with the pit stops done and dusted. Cox is the only one that has not come in, but he surely will, which will cause McKenzie to re-inherit the lead. Just over 8 minutes left in this race, and Josh Thomas having to defend this final podium position from Wiley Cox. Now Cox has made him go defensive. Cox gets into a big slide. Thomas going wide off track, and Wiley Cox has secured that third position in the standings. And the 42 has clawed its way up from 5th to 3rd in this race and might have a podium in store at the end. Thomas has had to jump to the pits. That means Joseph Otzel has actually has gotten all the way back up to 4th after his incident. So not a bad job from him. McKenzie still leads in the closing minutes. It's been an hour of near dominance for the Tide Audi. The 04 entering the final corner to really extend that championship lead, really put that title out of reach. Across the line at Oran Park, Logan McKenzie wins. And we are going to have to wait a while before the Slug comes around to cross the line as well. He is doing so now. He claims P2 in this race. And there's a celebratory slide and leap, and he is somewhere. Oh, he's all the way over on the bridge now. And Wiley Cox is going to round the final corner and have himself a tidy little podium. Oetzel P4 and John Lazan, who didn't even start the race, he missed the first 5 or 6 laps, finishes 5th. So that does it from here at Oran Park. Another win for Mackenzie, and he'll have a chance to lock down his title next week at Road Atlanta, the penultimate round. Shink's absence today really helped Mackenzie secure that title. So here are your race results. Mackenzie comes out on top, and the slug has been adjusted down out of those results. That may have had something to do with his post-race leap. I'm sure the stewards may look at that and adjust it as needed. But as it stands, Wiley Cox P2, Oetzel P3, Slug, Lazan, Thomas, Toth, Yao, Strahl, and Blondal. And that does it from here at Oran Park. Thank you so much for watching. We have 2 races to go in Season 1. I hope we'll see you there. Have a good night.